Look what just arrived. The BabyLock Euphoria cover stitch. I thought it might be fun if I documented the arrival to the setup. Welcome to Sewjourns. Let's journey into sewing. Hi everybody. Welcome back to the sewing room. My name is Chris and this is Sewjourns, where we journey into sewing. And today I have a short little video for you about my new cover stitch. This is the Euphoria by BabyLock. And I thought it might be fun to see an unboxing and a setup of the Euphoria. And then I'll show you how to thread it. I've cut the tape open. And so we've got this double top, which is really nice. And then Mark, you want to come shoot from the top? Can you see this? Okay, so this was shipped. And this kind of just fell down there a little bit, but here's my packing slip, and you get your manual. Got my manual, instruction guide, reference guide, and to register your machine, tells you how to do that. And then I see we've got some things in the top here. I'm gonna put it over here. And then inside, we have the beautiful Euphoria, and it's wrapped in plastic. So we've got the knee lift. I always keep all of the packaging for my machines. You never know if you move or sell it or whatever. This is a cover for your machine. Really nice, large dust cover. This is your accessory pack. We'll go over that later. And here is the plug and foot pedal. I'm going to take the plug. I'm going to show you how to thread the new Euphoria. But right now I have the shot just up here because I want you to see the thread pole. And I want you to see the different color threads that I have up here, because when I go to start to thread it, I won't be able to get the thread pole in order for you to get a close-up. So starting from right to left, the green is the chain looper, and then the blue will be the cover stitch 3 or the right cover stitch needle. The red is cover stitch 2 or the center cover stitch needle, and the yellow is your left or cover stitch 1 needle. Now I'll bring the machine down so you can watch me thread it. Go ahead and thread this. I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to thread it so that my husband, who's taking the video, can come around to the side and show you the hook. Then when I actually do it, I would walk in front of him so you wouldn't be able to see the hook. So I'm going to pre-show it to you. But what you're going to do to thread your BabyLock Euphoria is you're going to drop this door. So I've dropped that door. You're going to drop this bed. So you just push it out and drop it. And then you're going to open this. This just swings open. It's on a hinge. Because in here is where your looper thread will sit. There's a little basin or a bin, if you will. Now I'm going to ask Mark to just come around to the side to show you this hook. I'm going to thread through this and around this hook and then in this slot. Mark's going to be focused on the front when I do it, but I just want to show you what I'm doing now so you'll see. Okay. Let's go ahead and thread our Euphoria. So the first thing you'll need to do is turn this lever from serging to threading, and then you're going to turn your hand wheel towards you until it stops. That locked in the looper tube. We're going to take our looper thread, and like I showed you before, we're going to thread from the front and around that hook I showed you and through the slot, just like that. Very easy. Put it right through here. Now you're going to pull out about 22 inches of thread. You're going to take a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and you're just going to put it right in this port. I find the tweezers work well, or you can just tap it in with your finger. And then I'm going to push to thread. My looper is threaded. All of the thread is caught here in the looper bin. So now you're all set. In these next 2 slides, I just want to show you a close-up of how the thread goes into the port, and then I push the button. Now that you have your looper threaded, you can go ahead and close that door, and we're going to thread the needles. So I'm going to start with the C3 needle, which is the right needle. That's the blue thread here. So now make sure your presser foot is up. Your presser foot is always up when threading so that these tension discs are open and can accept the thread. The first thing you need to do. Okay, so now that we have our foot up, I'm going to come here to the top and you're gonna hear the click. You wanna hear the click. So you put this in, there you go. Now you know it's in. We've clicked our thread into place and now it comes under the hook, over that, and you're gonna come here and just go around. And now we're going to come under this bar, under this bar, and behind this bar. Now we're ready to thread our needle. We push this over to the C3 needle, and now bring this lever here down. That puts our threading mechanism right in front of the eye of the needle. I'm going to pull some thread and place my thread right in there. I have a little too much thread here, and now I'm going to raise the bar. My needle is threaded. You're going to bring the thread to the left. Now we're all set for that needle. Let's do the other two. Same thing for your C2 or your middle needle. I brought the thread down, clicked it into place. We're going to go across, under, up and over. Behind this metal bar and then between those two bars. Now I'm going to bring it behind that other bar again. Now we're ready to thread the C2 needle. So I move my lever to C2 and drop this lever. And now we're ready to put the thread across. Get out of the way of the camera if I can. The thread goes right in that slot. And then we bring the lever up and we are threaded and to the left. And we'll do the same thing on the next one. All right, now that we're all threaded, just a couple of notes here. At this point, you can move your lever from threading back to serging. When you receive your machine, your stitch length will be set at 4. So I'm going to change my stitch length now to 3, which is more accurately where I generally keep it, 2.5, 3, depending on what I'm doing. So now you can close your covers. The first one comes up and moves over, and then this one comes up. Well, so far so good. Isn't threading a BabyLock machine a dream? That air threading is something else. And it did a beautiful cover stitch. I'm really looking forward to having this in my circle of BabyLock machines. And throughout this year, I'll be doing more on the Euphoria. We can look forward to that. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below and I'll see if I can answer those for you. Anything you'd like to see me do on the cover stitch machine, do that as well. And coming up in the next couple of weeks, I am new pattern reviews for you and a really beautiful new pattern I'm excited to show you. So far, I've made a couple and I'm really thrilled with it. So remember to subscribe and like this video so that you can get a notification when my next video comes up. As always, thank you. I love having you as part of the Sewjourns community. Until next time, happy sewing.